And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this Corona-free broadcast with my good friend, Mr. Phil Lusardo. What's up, Phil?
Hi, Dimitri. How are you?
I can't complain. How's the Coronas treating you?
I'm sorry. I'd like to say that again.
How's the Coronas treating you?
How's the corona treating me?
Yeah.
uh, you know, uh, I don't go out a lot. Um, here in Florida, it's really not. It doesn't feel that much different than like where how it would feel ordinarily, other than the fact that all of the restaurants are closed, all of the beaches are closed. You can still get pickup and delivery. The stores, for the most part, I was at Sam's Club the other day, and like they're still out of like a toilet paper, and
Yeah.
like a lot of rice and pasta is gone. But I mean, like the meats were all back, so that's a good thing. And I haven't been to the grocery stores since, so I don't know what they look like right now.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I'm just a lot more concerned for my parents that are in New Jersey, right outside of New York City right now,
Yeah. Well, shout
and my
out
brother.
to Dan. He's over there taking care of him. Dan Donahue. He's looking out for him. Is there any way you can move that mic just a little bit closer to your mouth?
Yeah. All right.
Whoa, easy,
Well,
easy, easy,
I was
easy.
trying to. I can barely hear it because the sound isn't coming through here. It's coming through the
Yeah,
speakers.
the
So
mic when you have it right there, it's really good. But anyway, it's fine. We're gonna work it out for tonight's smoker show. We're gonna try the other mic afterwards in a little bit. Hi Trey, and we're broadcasting this on YouTube as well too.
hey,
Um,
just to let you know, the only thing I can see from on my feed from you is the UVA logo,
oh, okay. Hold on, let me restart it. And I guess from here,
and it looks like
output virtual camera stop.
oh, okay.
Output.
The
Hold on,
Facebook feed looks good.
virtual camera start. Okay. Hmm, that's weird. Just a second. Let me try to figure this out real quick. Stand by because we have to have this ready for tonight. I don't know why. I think it's because that last minute I changed something really quick. Let me see if I can fix this real quick for you so you'll be able to see me.
Yeah. So before you guys jumped on, before went live, we tried several different microphones because Dimitri has a massive hard on for the microphone that I ordinarily use.
Mm-hmm.
The microphone that I ordered from Amazon, I don't know why it's not here yet. I looked at the tracking number; it doesn't sound good that I'm going to have it in time for tonight. So we're trying a couple other things. So I do have that mic ordered. I have a new lapel mic ordered. I have some new cables ordered. All because Dimitri has just a massive hard on for that microphone right
I
there.
do.
So
I do. I have a
and it
mass.
really annoys the fuck out of me. It really
I just
does.
want to. Hey Tim, thanks for your super chat, buddy.
Got a super chat. Super chat.
I'm glad that we're safe, and I hope you guys are safe as well down there as well too. Let me just capture devices. That would be wireless camera, and just tell me if you can see me on Zoom now. Okay.
Nope. Just the UVA logo.
How about
There
now?
you are. There you are.
I fix it. Wow, I fixed it. Okay,
There you are
that works
in
for
your
me.
sexy Greekness.
All right, hold on. Let me change it over here. All right. For by the way, hey Sherwin, hey Adoni, Kalispera. I hope everybody's well in Greece. I miss you guys. I was supposed to be there, but that's just not working out. For those that are listening, can you just hear Phil okay? I just let me see what Bill says. I trust Bill's.
Yeah, don't ask the planet because
Okay, he says way better now.
way better now.
Yeah,
Way
it's
better now than what?
then it says Phil sounds good.
Yeah. All right.
So anyway, I think the problem with Phil is that he's so competitive and he does not want to be wrong. Never. Like there's nothing that I can do that if Phil by any stretch of the imagination is wrong. Oh my
No,
God!
it's not that it's not that I don't want to be
he'll
wrong.
kill his cat. You know he'll bomb the neighbors. You know he'll take it out on
No, no, no,
everybody.
no, no. No,
But
that's not it. I mean, you blamed me for bad video in the past, and that wasn't my fault
well,
either.
that's Cape Coral Internet.
Right? It
I
is,
can't.
and that's really
But see, I'm
horrible.
a man. I'll admit I don't admit when I'm wrong.
God knows, because right now, we don't have issues with the internet right now. My
No,
speeds
no.
are okay, but God knows what's going to happen
Tonight,
tonight.
yeah.
And if I freeze up tonight like I did last week, I mean, and it's like you're in a situation right now where you like the cable companies they're scrambling right now in this area to get like
Yeah.
all the homes that don't have cable right now, get them for like the school internet learning and courses that they're doing right now. So it's like I can't get mad, but I need good service. I mean, this is what I do, right?
Yeah.
So I need good service, and unfortunately, I can't get the fiber here in this area in the neighborhood. I mean, I'm really stuck. I'm stuck with what I've got right now.
Yeah. Yeah. There's really not much you can do about that. And, it's understandable. Like, you can't get through to anybody if you call right now, and it's understandable. But oh, by the way, I just got a message that they're not getting hollow room sound either. I'm just throwing that out there.
No,
It's
that's
not me.
fine.
It's not me saying it. I'm just saying that's because that's what I'm hearing in my headset as well too. Um, I went to the store the other day just to pick up. I made Greek souvlaki yesterday. It was delicious, by the way. I made pork souvlaki, and I made a Greek daco salad. Remember the salad that we had with tomatoes on top of the crunchy bread in Greece? I made that with feta cheese and pita bread, and I made like souvlaki sandwiches. But anyway, so I go to the supermarket at Food City, and I see walking in a couple with like a 2-week-old baby in the hand, and like, I mean, I don't know, Phil. Maybe I'm paranoid or whatever, but I mean, if I was me, at least one of the parents would stay in the car with a baby, or even stay at home and let the
Right.
other parent go. I mean, why? I don't know. I mean, I guess babies are not as prone as older people to the. I don't know. I don't know who to believe anymore. I
Yeah,
don't.
I
I
know.
just don't know who to believe anymore. All I'm saying is just be better safe than sorry. If you can't work or whatever, just take your precautions and try to stay. Even my daughters are freaking out. By the way, it's the great thing about technology. My youngest daughter, last week and tonight, she's doing her dance class via Zoom. So
Okay,
I set
cool.
up the room, the guest bedroom, but with a TV and hook up the laptop, and she's doing with the other kids the dance routine through Zoom. That's the beauty of technology. The bad
Right.
thing of technology is that stupid people have access to the internet.
Right,
That's the
exactly.
bad-
And
that's the- that's
we
the
talked
bad
about
thing.
that on the last, or it
That's the
wasn't
bad
the
thing.
last Smoker Show. It was this past Tuesday night.
Yeah.
That we need a name for that show yet.
Yeah, we
matter
got
of
some
fact, I
really
have to
good
look at my-
submissions, by the way. If you haven't put your submission in for the show contest at tasteyourjuice.com, you can win a nice little prize. Give us names. We've had some really good ones come in as
Yeah,
well.
we had
too.
a couple good ones that we're leaning towards, but I have to open up all those emails and see if any more names came in. So
Yeah,
I gotta,
yeah. Anyway, so that's cool. So what are we doing today? We are going to do the drawing for the United Vapers Alliance. So just a little background for those, because we're broadcasting on YouTube as well. The rally was scheduled for May 2nd up in Washington, D.C. So we try to do a couple of these raffles to raise some money because they need funds for, and we understand things are tight right now because of the coronavirus and the people being unemployed. So we totally understand that. They need funds for signs, for bathrooms, for permits, for security. There's a lot of logistics involved, trying to, bus people there as well too. So that was the whole purpose. For the raffle, for Phil's raffle, the winner of the Christmas contest never contacted Phil, which, I mean, that's just it's
unbelievable.
unbelievable.
Right? Still hasn't contacted me.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So
It's
I don't know. I
unbelievable.
guess maybe he'll see it in a year and kick himself in the ass because he really lost out on a lot of vaping product.
Yeah. So we
And
just
for that contest and for my not a contest on YouTube. I mean, that is part of the contest. You have to get a hold of me. Like, yeah, sure, I could track you down, but that's not the way it works, right?
yeah.
For those contests, when I announced the winner, you got that week. In this case, I gave the guy 3 weeks. We announced it on Taste Your Juice. We announced it on a smoker show, right? We announced it in several different places, and he still did not come forward to claim his prize. So what I did was I took the prize and the entire contents of the stocking. There's actually 2 stockings, and we did this UVA raffle. And for all the people who are wondering why, because even I didn't know. When I called it raffle on Facebook, Dimitri instantly got a hold of me because he's quick. He's quick, that guy.
Mm-hmm.
And said, no, you can't call it a raffle on Facebook. You got to call it something else. You got to call it a waffle, because if you call something a raffle on Facebook, they delete it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why it was called.
And just to finish my thought from earlier, because immediately people lose their minds. People are ordered to stay at home, so everyone goes to the park to meet. Yeah, I totally. the rally has been postponed, obviously, okay? But we don't have an announcement on it. It's going to happen. We just don't know the date yet. So UnitedVapersAlliance.org, I think, is the website. And on Facebook, United Vapers Alliance. Just follow it and then find out when they're going to announce the new date of this rally. It's going to happen. So
speaking of new dates, but by the way, you haven't said anything about my shirt that I'm wearing today.
yeah, thank you so much. That's a really, really good shirt. And let me put you on the big so everybody can see that really new shirt. Because I'm going to be making an announcement this week as well, too, on the new store that's opening in Greece. Everybody's waiting to see where it's going to be. But look at that. That's just a great shirt. You got to admit.
Yeah. I like any shirts.
Well, we lost you now. Poor Phil.
Am I frozen?
Yeah, you got frozen.
Okay, because I could do a little gun maneuver right here.
Yeah, that's good. That looks really good on you. I'm gonna make you the official Liquid Puff vape model.
What I was saying was before I lost my train of thought. Speaking of moving dates, did you hear or can you confirm that the PMTA date is getting moved at least a little bit?
No, it's not confirmed. I think I saw a bunch of people yesterday on Facebook that don't know what the fuck they're doing, posting that it's been delayed. That is not the case. Okay, what the case is that the FDA sent a letter to Judge Grimm asking him for a 120-day delay because his court decision said that by May 12th we have to submit PMTAs, and the FDA said they're going to adhere to it. So now the FDA is saying that we need some time because we're dealing with this coronavirus, so they sent a letter requesting it. It hasn't been granted yet. I'm assuming something is going to be granted. I can't see the judge denying that. But believe it or not, just today, and I'm really, really surprised I haven't been blocked by this guy. But I just want to show you something. This is gonna.
Who hasn't blocked you yet? Most have. I think.
I've blocked most people. People don't want to block me. People want to see what I'm doing. Trust me. So let me show you here. This guy here, Stanton Glantz today. Stanton Glantz actually criticized this move by FDA, saying that it's going to prioritize protecting vaping industry over public health, asking the court to delay requirements that e-cig companies submit their products for review. So basically, Stanton Glantz here is saying is that regulating vapor products and taking them off the market it's more important than the coronavirus crisis that's going on right now in the United States. These are the people that are getting millions of dollars in grants from the U.S. government. It is, I don't understand at what point between that and what's happening with CDC and the FDA and the Surgeon General, I think at what point are Americans finally going to get some pitchforks and go after these people? Because they're literally abusing our rights as humans. Forget about, take vaping aside for just a second, just in general as people. When you have a Surgeon General that's telling people that I'm going to stick to whatever the World Health Organization says about masks, that he's making policy not based on science. He's making policy of what he hears on his Google feed. And we're sitting back and we're not doing nothing about it. The media is not saying anything about it. We're not, there's a very small handful of people on Twitter that are actually calling out the Surgeon General on this. This should be an uproar by citizens across this country. I'm not even talking about vapors. I'm just talking about regular citizens. Like, nobody gives a shit anymore. I don't understand it. I'm so frustrated.
But how do you uproar?
How do you uproar? Oh my God! There's many ways. You start calling. You go outside, you go to your news stations and say, hey, why isn't nobody doing this? You get out in the streets like they do everywhere in other countries as well. Do you shed blood?
But we're in a situation now where we can't do that.
I get it. Okay, but wear masks and go out and shed blood. If that's not. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is that the entire thing is crazy. The PMTA, I'm assuming there's going to be I might just do a separate Facebook Live answering questions about the PMTA. I know a lot of people have questions on the PMTA, and there's a lot of misinformation. There's a lot of jokesters and people that just don't understand the process that are making posts on Facebook, and they're confusing a lot of people. So I might just do something separate on that. But so far, it's not delayed yet. Okay? We're awaiting a response from Judge Grimm, and then obviously the FDA is going to make some sort of announcement. I can't see possibly how they're going to stick to this May 12th when they're working with a limited staff, and that limited staff that's working at the FDA is dealing with the corona virus right now and nothing else. By the way, there's something else I want to bring up.
Okay. Hey, while you're bringing that up, I just had a thought. I want to take this out of the computer and run it into the mixer. I wonder if that'll work. Is that okay?
Why?
Because if you're having a problem boosting my volume,
No, I don't have a
boost it
problem.
here.
I got you.
You know?
I got you
Okay.
boosted right now. Yeah, I think we're pretty balanced. I mean, for me, it shows balance. Let me see what Phil says. I mean, what Bill says.
I'm Phil.
But it's balanced, right? I mean, I can adjust you from over here. So this is an absolutely. It says balance well. Okay. So Greece put out a call needing ventilators. Okay. Guess who donated 50 ventilators to Greece?
50.
50.
Who?
Philip Morris International. Okay? PMI donated 50 ventilators to Greece.
Wow.
They didn't make a big stink out of it. Listen, I'm not a big tobacco fanboy. You know that. But if you have people that are dying, right? And a company donates 50 ventilators, this should not be criticized. There's a couple of health organizations supposedly out there to protect public health saying that, you know, based on the treaty with the World Health Organization, you're not supposed to take anything from big tobacco. No financial gain or anything like that. And listen, I don't think that PMI has a really good relationship with the Greek government, but that's lobbying, okay? They've done a lot of stuff for the Greek government, and they've gotten a lot of breaks and stuff like that, especially after they introduced IQOS in Greece. IQOS is a big seller for PMI in Greece. There's no doubt about it. But there's some health organizations that are criticizing this move. And what's mind-blowing to me is that there's some vapers that are criticizing this one. And listen, let me tell you something. As somebody that's been in this industry for 10 years, you can't get most of the vape companies to do anything without marketing. Okay? And the book will have, I can't tell you now.
You can attest to that personally, too.
The book will have a lot of details of some companies that literally have hurt the vape industry because they did not want to contribute financially unless they had their name on there.
Right.
So we got to be careful about throwing stones at glass houses, okay? Because we are the epitome of marketing for advocacy dollars, okay? So be very, very careful. I don't care where these ventilators came from. Greece is my country. But even if it was in the United States, I don't care if these ventilators came from Osama bin Laden, unless we check them before we plug them in so they don't blow up. But I don't care where they come from. I mean, ventilators are ventilators, and they're going to save people that are sick with this virus. So to see this going on, again, I'm not sticking up for PMI. I'm just sticking up for what I think is right. So.
Did you hear the story? And I wished I had like marked down where I saw it or where I heard it. But did you hear the story about one company who was they were trying to make hand sanitizer, but FDA wouldn't approve it because it didn't have the additive that made it not tasty to eat? Did you hear that story?
I did.
You did.
I did. I don't have the story here in front of me. But I will tell you this, what the FDA is approving really fast is drugs. Without any due process, they're basically saying this is, I'm just gonna read it from the FDA just so you'll know. This is straight from the FDA. It states that the FDA may even waive or limit requirements requiring current good manufacturing practices to drug companies that are going to produce hydrochloroquine, planoquine. This is and chloroquine. These are two drugs for the treatment of coronavirus. I mean, listen, they're literally fast-tracking drugs, and they're not going to require that you fill out any paperwork, that you're not going to fill out any requirements as far as manufacturing. They might even waive GMPs. And they're asking the vapor companies that literally make a product that can change smokers over the next decade and save so many lives to go through hoops to get their product approved or get authorization to be on the market. This is your food. This goes back to what we were saying earlier with the CDC and Surgeon General and all that. This is another example of why I'm telling you these big corporations, these big pharmaceutical companies, they're going to make billions out of this, and they're not going to have to follow any requirements. And here we are stuck with a product that literally was the solution to the cigarette that has to go through just the most burdensome regulation to be approved on the market. It's mind-blowing to me. It's mind-blowing to me that we are allowing it and allowing it to continue.
Yeah, there's a I'm looking for something right now on my other screen here. Okay, I found it. Now I want to go here.
Be careful because I know Pornhub is free now, so you've been all over that.
No, I know that.
Be careful what you share.
That's my other machine.
Be careful what you
Okay,
share.
I'm looking for something in particular. Okay, and I think I found it. All right. No.
Oh, and by the way, speaking of,
Yeah, here we go. Okay, I found it.
okay,
So this is from the it's called the World-O-Meters, right? They're keeping track of corona and corona cases and everything like that. Look, I agree with the fact that these drugs should be fast tracked, right, from the FDA. I appreciate that. You might not agree with that,
No,
but that's okay. I think it's
I
important
don't
right now.
disagree.
But here's what I'm saying. Right? If they're gonna do it for that, they should also do it for, if I switch the screen, I don't know if you can see that or not, but this keeps track of cigarettes smoked just today, and this keeps track of deaths caused by smoking this year. 1,239,587. 88. If we could just watch this click up, it'll go to 89 in just a little bit. There's 89, right? So if we're going to fast track corona cures and drugs, then I think we should also fast track stuff that could help all those smoking related deaths.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Doesn't that make sense?
Totally agree with you. That's exactly the point that I was trying to make earlier as well too, is that when we have a product that users have developed and users have used for the last 10 years and stayed smoke-free, this product should be fast-tracked as well too. It should be encouraged and it should be promoted as that tool. And I think that if the government does that, A, you're going to solve the smoking problem, or at least you're going to help a lot of people extend their lives. B, kids are not going to be attracted to it. When the government promotes something, like kids don't pick up patches.
Right.
Kids don't pick up gum, right? Nicotine gum. When the government gets behind something as a tool for your parents to quit smoking, the kids have no interest in it. And it blows my mind that like all these people that we pay or the government pays and our tax dollars pay, like nobody has the common sense to say, hey, let's just try this. Let's try it for a year and let's see what the numbers do and what the figures are. Let's just try it. I mean, everything else that you've done with prohibition has not worked. So why not I just try it? Give it put a post-market research on a product. So allow it to be on the market and then just monitor for a year and then start weighing the benefits and the cons, right? See how many people use that product to quit smoking. See how many kids started. And let's just weigh it out. But do it right. Put behind the effort that you do to promote the patches and the gums and the pharmaceutical companies. That's just common sense. Right? I mean, to me, it's just common sense. But I guess there's no common sense in the government, and there's just too much money, and there's too much. I don't know. It's just too much. Too many special interests.
It's just frustrating. It's so frustrating. Like when you have something that you know works and it's worked really really well for people, and it's keeping people off of cigarettes, and really there's no. Yeah, sure. It's safer to not smoke and to not vape. Do neither of those if that's where you are right now. But I mean, the amount of harm reduction going from cigarettes to vaping is tremendous.
Yeah.
And the fact that this is not supported, and I mean, I've been saying this probably since I've been in the vape game. It's amazing to me. It's amazing to me how hard we have to fight to have this product available for us that's healthier for us.
Yeah.
That's a better way of getting our nicotine. It's
Yeah.
unfucking
Yeah.
believable how many obstacles and roadblocks and how much I've seen against vaping since I've been in the game. It's just
Yeah.
it's mind blowing. It's mind blowing.
And in some cases, it's not deemed essential. I don't understand why recreational nicotine is deemed non-essential, but recreational alcohol and cigarettes are deemed essential. You know, like in a state that allows gas stations to open because they are vital, right? But people forget that in a gas station, you also buy alcohol and you buy cigarettes and you buy, you know, beef jerky or whatever. You buy all this stuff in a gas station, right?
Yeah.
Why is the vape shop not deemed necessary? People need, especially in a time of crisis and stress, you need to have the stimulants like caffeine, like nicotine, like alcohol. You need to have that stuff. And by prohibiting in some states, like here in Tennessee, it was not deemed essential, but non-essential businesses are allowed to operate as long as you don't allow the public to come in. So you can do curbside service. And we didn't protest it here. We have a really good relationship with Governor Lee. We have a really good relationship with the legislature. We don't want to stir up stuff just to get a certain designation. If they allow the vape stores to, all of them, most of my members, at least for Tennessee Smoke Free Association, were operating under a curbside service type deal anyway. So it doesn't change anything like that. You just drive up, you call, they bring the stuff to your car, and you're gone. But in other states, they've shut them down, and we've seen in some states that they try to arrest people for selling vapor products. That's just ridiculous. To me, it's ridiculous.
And in the meantime, they're figuring out like how many prisoners can they release from the prisons right now? Because I don't know why.
And I don't get it. Listen, if it's misdemeanors, if it's stuff like weed or whatever, you got caught with an ounce of weed or whatever, yeah, I get it. But releasing like sexual predators and some of that stuff, I don't get it. I don't understand.
Yeah. I saw a funny post the other day. It said that somewhere in jail, there's a guy who is in jail for selling marijuana, as they deem marijuana a necessary business in these Corona times. You know,
It's crazy. Janine says people don't care about what does not affect them. You're absolutely right. This is the biggest problem, I think, in humanity, period. Boy, you opened up a door that I like to go down one day, Janine, as well, too. But you're absolutely right. Like, if we're talking about, building restrictions, Phil that lives in Cape Coral that has a house, on the water, obviously would be for that. For me, I live in Bumblefuck, Georgia. I wouldn't care, but it wouldn't affect me. So I would... if somebody's trying to please both of us, like say a politician, how could he run on that platform? Excuse me. Oh, God, I got the corona. Every time I cough, I feel like the corona. I swear to God. So
I'll tell you a story about yesterday, but go ahead.
So if somebody's trying to please both of us, how is that even possible? Because if he's voting for this, it's going to help Phil, that he doesn't want to obstruct his view or whatever, but it doesn't affect me. How is it possible for everybody to be happy? So the stuff that doesn't affect us, we don't really care. And the stuff that really affects us, we take it very, very personally. And we don't care if we step on the rights of others as well, too. It's a huge humanity problem, Jimmy, but definitely don't have the time to expand on it now.
No, I agree with that. I mean, look, there's a lot of people that look at us and they say they're just smokers too, and I can't wait for all of them to die.
Yeah,
I mean I think that's the way most people look at like smokers and vapors. To be honest with you, sad.
Yeah,
but I think it's true.
Somebody told me the other day, it's like, oh, in the middle of this crisis, you only care about vaping, and I mean, there's literally millions of people dying every year from vaping, and you don't see us getting quarantined for that or stay sheltered for that.
Millions of people dying from smoking, not vaping.
From smoking, yeah.
Yeah.
There's millions of people that die from other diseases as well too. There's so many other causes of death that we don't respond to as we've responded to that. Listen, folks, I'm just going to tell you straight out. Our government was not ready for this. You might not want to agree with me, but not our administration. I think anybody that was president, I'm not putting this on Trump. I'm not putting the response. I can put on Trump other stuff as well too, but the response is the government was not prepared for this. Plain and simple, period. again, I don't care if you agree with me or not. We were not prepared to, just like we were not prepared to handle other crises that have happened in the United States in the last 100 years. And after they happen, then we change some things, trying to prepare ourselves for the next time that this happens.
And by the way, I completely agree with that. And I'm happy that you said that it's not a Trump thing, because it's not a Trump thing.
No.
Because if Hillary was sitting in there right now, she'd be going through the same shit that Trump's going through. She would be as unprepared as Trump is. I truly believe that. I mean,
agree.
come on, who saw this coming? But hopefully it teaches the country a lesson, because I can't tell you. Sometimes I'm into disaster books, right? With my Amazon books on tape subscription that I have, and I've listened to a lot of books about EMP. Talk about being unprepared. We're totally unprepared for that.
Yes.
And that's something that if it happens, it's going to devastate this country.
Yes. Yes.
And it's something that we should be preparing for.
Yes.
But we're not.
But I think that even though we were not prepared, I think that we should not forget about the other stuff in our daily life that affects. And smoking is a huge problem in the United States, and one of the countries that has been so dead set against it. So yeah, I mean, I know Corona's going on. I'm not discarding that, but that's not going to change my path as an advocate and an activist for this product, and try to, when you see them associating Corona, literally there was a tweet today. I got to show you this. You're going to, I know. I'm so bad.
Is it going to make me mad?
It's going to make you very mad. It's going to make you very mad. Hold on. Let me bring it up here real quick.
I'm already cranky as fuck today. As you could tell.
One of the PAVE moms, one of the PAVE moms, Erin Mills, came up with a solution of fixing the coronavirus. Okay?
Oh boy.
So
this is a PAVE mom.
This is a PAVE mom. Erin Mills.
Yeah, this should be
She's part of New York State Mom for Kiddos. She's against flavors and all that. So she said that vaping, here, I'll put it up on the screen. Vaping may also contribute to more infections when people are using the device and exhaling.
Yeah.
So literally what she's saying here is that when you're exhaling, you can contribute to more infections. So I guess her solution is for everybody.
You don't exhale.
Just fucking don't exhale. Just inhale, but never exhale. Because exhaling is exactly the same thing when I'm vaping or when I'm not vaping. I have to exhale.
I have the solution. Hold on. I'll be right back.
All right, let me answer this question really quick. Junkman, is the contest for your chat show idea still going on? Yes, absolutely. Here is the email address if you want to send your submission, contest@tasteyourjuice.com. Just send it in there, and we look forward to getting your submissions.
I have the solution
right
here.
Can't wait.
Now, you won't live very long. You won't live very long like this, okay? But clearly, this is the solution, right?
Somebody screenshot.
And hold on. I think I can vape in here, too.
Oh man, I'm telling you,
is it staying in there?
Yeah, well, a little bit. It's crazy, man.
Fuck's wrong with people?
Crazy times. All right, so
hey, I have a question.
Yeah,
like I know how Florida feels right now. I know how, based on what my mother, father, and my brother and sister-in-law are telling me, about New Jersey, New York, which is a disaster. How is it for you? How does it feel in Tennessee, in Chattanooga, Tennessee, where you live?
So Tennessee has been a little bit more lax. Okay, yeah. So our governor here was one of the last ones to actually put this kind of like requirement or asking people to stay home. He just announced it yesterday, and it goes into effect tonight at midnight. So one of the last states to. The governor here is a little bit weird, but. I mean, people are staying in. Businesses obviously are affected. I know the restaurant, Portofino's, that we sold a couple of years ago, but the guys are very close to me, and we still communicate. And they're having a hard time. They're doing carry out, they're doing delivery, they're doing home meals, like for the entire family packages. You go by and just pick up like spaghetti or lasagna or pizza.
Yeah, I saw that. I see you posted something like that,
yeah.
like the list of. It's almost like mini catering that they're doing right now.
Yeah.
which is great. Great
yeah,
idea.
so they're trying, but like I one of the good things that I like, I take my motorcycle. I've taken my motorcycle out the last 3 days. Today it's raining, I didn't, but the last 3 days I'd go out for a ride. I see that there's people out. I mean, I see a lot of people out. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a little bit concerned about that, like, congregating and stuff like that, but it's not as intense, I would say, as a New York City that has 10 million people in this very, very small space. Keep in mind, we are in more spread out town, if you want to call that.
Now, have
area.
you had to go out for groceries?
Yeah. Yeah.
And did you take any precautions? Did you
I
mask up?
had
Did you glove up? Did you do
I
anything?
had gloves. I had wipes, antibacterial wipes. Well, my wife did, and I had a mask, but I didn't put the mask on. I was trying to keep my social distance. True story. I was in Food City, just like I told you. I went to go get the stuff for the souvlaki the other day, and I was in the freezer. I was trying to find pita bread. And I don't know, about 10 feet away from me, there's this older lady, and she sneezed really hard. I just started running. It was like I was just going down the alley trying to get away from that exhale.
And you know what's funny is because we were joking about that at the Vegas TPE show when this started happening. Remember, there was that Chinese guy that was standing. He was in the hall, right, and he just started coughing.
Yeah,
and we literally.
I pushed you. I pushed you. I was like, cut this way. That's the corona over there.
And now it's real. I mean, like I swear to God, like if somebody coughs around me, I'm like, why are you coughing?
Yeah,
and it's freaking me out. And we probably shouldn't be that way, right? But so, oh God, was it Sunday or Sunday? Sunday, I was working around the house. And I didn't have my shirt on like almost all day Sunday. I went with a friend of mine, Chad. We went out on the boat. We did a little bit of fishing.
It's already been screwed. Andrew K, of course. Already. That's going to make a good meme right there. I'm going to fix that and tweet that afterwards. Go ahead.
We did a little bit of fishing, and then we came in, and then I still didn't have my shirt on. It got late. I went in the water. But the next day, whether it was from like being without my shirt all day long into the night, into the water, I don't know, or if it was just allergies, I woke up the next morning and I was sniffling like a lot. And then I start sneezing like a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm like, the fuck? Like I'm starting like, do I have it?
Yeah.
Like, and but then like I literally went and I started looking at like the symptoms and everything and like sniffling and sneezing and like that has nothing to do with it. But I mean that we're all wrapped up in this right now. It's on everybody's mind and unfortunately we can't get away from it. And I can't wait for the day that we can get away from this. And we will.
Yeah.
But it's just fucking miserable until we get there.
Yeah. I got a question from Trey White. Guys, I could use some advice to keep my mother smoke free. She says the jewel's too tight and the caliburn is too loose. Sounds like feels problems. What's his good device in the middle? I got to get her to quit. Thanks, guys. So, you can tune into the Smoker Show tonight if you want, and we'll give you some more information, but you can't go wrong right there. Zenith 22 millimeter. Yeah, you have an adjustable airflow on the bottom. You can select how many holes. You can fine tune her vape. It's very, very easy to feel for older people. You just twist it, feel it. There's nothing to do, and it's very, very small. Another good option is the EQ. I mean, this is my all day when I go out is the EQ vaporizer. Got a really, really good draw, but it's not adjustable. But look how small. I mean, both of these are compared. The little cool fire device with the Zenith. It's just it's very easy for older people to change the coil and to fill it. And that would be my advice to your mom.
The Podin, a little bit more difficult to fill for I would say for the elderly, maybe for your mom. But at least the Podin does have somewhat of an airflow control.
Yeah, the Podin. The problem is for older people, it's very small. Like to open and change the coil and all that. Where the Zenith just makes it so much easier to. And by the way,
I think like the Cool Fire is like a perfect kit, or even a Slide tube, something like that too. Both very, very easy to fill and easy to work with. And she's going to be able to fine tune the draw on it.
Yeah. By the way, your brother's in the chat, so I guess that
is he? Which chat are you looking at?
It's the Facebook chat. Your brother's in.
Oh.
I got informed, so I should notify my wife that your brother's in the chat, so she can actually come and watch. All right, so we've and look, guys, I know we came on here to talk about the UVA and do the raffle and all that, but it's good to have a discussion and in these times, these trying times, and we're just here for your entertainment. I know we get upset sometimes, and we try to put some serious stuff inside there, but at the end of the day, we just want you to make you smile and have a good time, and it's gonna be okay. And and if you do go to the hospital, don't worry, because I will be there to care for you, because I have practice now. I am a licensed pee collector officially now from the government.
I'm not gonna lie. The bun in the hair, the
like
the
that,
little
don't you?
pink gloves. I'm slightly attracted to you in that photo. I really am.
I think what really makes that photo is that I actually have a goatee in that picture, which I didn't in France. That's the angle was really good for the Photoshop. But if you look at it closely, like if I didn't have the goatee, I would probably do myself. I mean, it's just I just look so good.
You would do yourself?
I would like I do most of the time anyway.
Yeah, you know what? That would be the ultimate sense of forcefully fapped to that photo, to that Photoshop. Yeah. Should we do this raffle?
Yeah. Let me just look through here, make sure we don't have. By the way, I saw John Oliver yesterday on HBO. I don't know if you watched that. You probably don't watch it. Anyway, it was a really good episode. He's doing it from home because he doesn't have, because of the social distancing. But John Oliver on HBO last night's was really, really funny and very, very serious as well too. It's talking about some of the serious stuff. He's kind of on that same board as like, we are not prepared for what is happening now in the United States. And I think that next year we'll have 1 billion masks right next to the barrels that we have after 9/11 that we stored in the same, underground bunker. We're going to have 1 billion masks and 1 million ventilators ready to go for
sure.
this to happen again.
Sure. But you know what? It sucks that we have to learn through the trial by fire type of thing. We should be a little bit more proactive. And I'll say it again, with the potential of an EMP, we should definitely be proactive. And our infrastructure is it's too fragile. It's way too fragile, and we need to be better prepared for things like what's happening right now, for things that could happen in the future. And we really need to think about having things manufactured and produced here. And I hate to say that because we work with China on the electronic cigarettes.
We don't have a choice.
What? Yeah, I know we don't have a choice, right? I would love I would love to manufacture the Zenith right here in Florida.
Absolutely. The government does not allow us to do that, though.
Right?
It's not people got to understand, it's not the raw materials that are expensive, and it's not the labor that's expensive in the United States. It's the government regulations that makes it impossible for anybody to manufacture in the United States these products at a cost-effective rate. Once you start putting EPA and FCC and FTC and FDA and I can name all these acronyms. It's insurance, right? Once you start putting all those together, the cost of that rises significantly. I don't think that there's people that don't want to work on an assembly line for $10-12 an hour making Zenith tanks. I think that you could get plenty of people to work. It's just that the government does not allow us to. By the way, I had this idea. I know we got a little bit somewhere else.
Yeah. I want to hear the idea.
I think this is a great idea. I just had this because we were talking about the Smoker Show tonight, and what we're going to be talking about tonight at the Smoker Show. If you guys want to tune in, it's going to be a really interesting episode because, like I said before, Corona or no Corona, our goal is to help smokers quit smoking. We have to continue that. So what we're going to try to do today is trying to help people have some resources to navigate converting from smoking to vaping via online like we used to do back in the day. 2010, 2011, when we started vape, there was no brick and mortar store. Everything that we did online. The support that we got was online. The help that we got was online. The purchasing that we did was all online. So we're going to try to go through that today and give you some tips and tricks on how to help other people quit smoking. And if you're a vapor, a fairly new vapor, how you can continue to get information that you need. So I had this idea. If you're a vape shop owner, we understand, and you should understand, that working with somebody that's converting is crucial. We've always talked about this. 45 minutes to an hour, you have to sit down with a smoker and talk to them about vaping, how to use the device, how to clean the device, how to change the coil, what to look for, what to expect, and stuff like that. Here's just an idea for vape shops that might be listening. You've got, most likely your store is closed, you're doing curbside service. Assign one of your employees on a certain time, let's say from 10 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock in the evening, to offer video chat help to your customers. There's two ways you can do this. You can get Zoom, right, and open up a room that you're going to have a link that you can give to your customers. That customer, if he has a problem with a device, he can jump into that Zoom room and that certain allocated time that you have and get one-on-one video chat help from the employee. You've given him a job, right? He can continue to work, and you're offering something to your customers that nobody else does. The other way that you can do that is through Facebook, right? In your Facebook page, I'm assuming every vape shop has a Facebook page, you can offer video chat service through Messenger, meaning that that customer can privately call the shop through a video call and say, hey, look, I'm having a problem with my Zenith tank and I can't get the coil changed, right? So the employee can literally get there and take the tank and say, okay, this is what you do. You turn the tank upside down, you unscrew the base, step by step, and help them. Guys, I'm telling you, it's so important to utilize technology when we still have the crisis of people smoking to help them stay off cigarettes or to attempt to get off cigarettes as well too. So that was just my idea. I was going to bring it up tonight, but since there's some vape shop owners that are watching the stream, I just figured I'd just throw that out there.
I love that idea. I think that's a great idea.
It may be me and Phil.
I mean, like in a way, with the platform products, we kind of used part of that idea, right? Because we did the tutorial videos. And we did the QR code right. On the some of the packaging that's inside right. the box, right? So we wanted it to be more than you get the product and you leave and you don't have any support. If you run into issues, you can scan that QR code and it will take you to tutorial videos. You know, how do I install the coil? How do I change the O-rings? How do I clean the tank? How do I work with it on a daily basis? Right. How do I fill it? Right. So I think we had some of that thought, but I love the fact that, you know, you're thinking a little bit more and you're thinking about a two-way interaction with a vape shop using technology.
And we know that not a lot of stores in the United States sell the Zenith tank anyway, so it doesn't make a deal. We're talking about the other products as well that don't have the QR code that we offer inside our boxes. And I don't care what product that they're using, as long as they're going to quit smoking. Here's another service that you can offer as a vape shop owner that nobody else does to go above and beyond to help your customers. I think one-on-one video chat, even if it's a open chat, meaning a couple people can come in and ask questions at the same time, just put them on, you know, on hold, I guess, you know, let me finish with this customer and I'll finish with that. I think it's a great idea, and you can actually do it on a set time and actually give your employees something to do as well too while they're sitting at home if you've got them furloughed out of work. So
terrific idea. Good job, Demi.
Thank you, buddy.
We're gonna have to have a microphone show here eventually, because I ordered a couple more while we're talking.
Did you?
Because I just don't want to hear your shit anymore. I really don't. And I want to be happy too.
That I agree with. But I'm telling you, like right now, even though when you move it goes, you know, like that, or when you bump it, or you know, stuff like that. But when you are not moving, the sound that I'm getting is deep. It's crisp, and I'm not picking up the outside sound. I'm not saying that. These are the comments that I'm getting in chat. And I
appreciate that. And I appreciate all the comments, everybody who's given the comments. I mean, but you have to understand like why I went with this is because I did not want that rig right in front of my face. That's why I went with this microphone. And the challenge with this microphone has always been since day one in this room. Mm-hmm. You know, I've got tiled floors. I have like high ceilings, and there's a lot of echo in this room. I tried to solve some of that by putting sound foam on this wall and up on top over there, but it doesn't work very well. Okay?
Right.
So maybe
I'm in the basement and it's all tile down here, right? But the microphone makes the difference.
Well, yeah, but again, right? My goal was to not have a mic right in front of my face. That was my goal.
Yeah, I think that would actually benefit you.
I swear to God.
Daryl Bettion agrees. A nice sound. Everybody was talking about your cat, but he left. My cat's down here somewhere too.
Reggie, come back here. Reggie, come here. Hold on. I'll see if I can get him.
What else did we have?
Shake this, and this sometimes works here. Come on.
What was that? Are you trying to entice him with treats?
Yeah, he's here. He knows. Come here. Hi. He's a good. Wait, come here. It's almost time to get him shaved again. Here you go. All right, let him eat those treats, and I'll pick them up.
By the way, your sound panels would probably work a little bit better if it had a little bit gap inside, like mine had upstairs. It would actually, I think, work.
Your installation sucked on your sound panels. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear your bullshit. Your Greek bullshit, really. We should probably do this raffle, I think.
Yeah, I think we should. I think we should. Because
I'm concerned. I'm concerned about the winner. Come here.
Well, I mean, it is what it is. My raffle winner was in the UK.
I know.
I sent the package out a couple of days ago, and it is what it is.
What was the? How did you ship it, and what was the price?
I shipped it USPS.
USPS.
I shipped it. I think it's 5 to 7 days.
5 to 7 days.
It was close to. It was 14 pounds exactly.
Oh, I think mine's way over 14 pounds.
And it was $125, I think, to ship it.
$125. Yeah, I'm figuring mine's going to be at least 75,000 to ship.
Yeah. Let me bring this up here. Monetella B. This is what people are going to win. Lots and lots of stuff.
Lots and lots of stuff.
All this right here, one person is going to win. Hopefully, you'll be able to help some smokers in your life, some friends, some family. Look at that. Bunch of liquids from our sponsors on the Smoker Show. I mean, it's crazy.
It is. It's a really nice package. You know what? Like I always say,
it is. Please, I've seen it. I've seen it.
Please make a friend and convert a smoker with all that stuff. Obviously, you're not going to be able to use all of it, but it is your prize. It is your prize to do with what you want. So let me switch over to this screen right here. Hopefully, everybody can see that. It looks like I'm going to have to move it over a little bit, huh? Okay. How's that look? Well,
be careful when you do that, because I don't want to see.
I know. I want to make sure I don't have any.
I don't want to see any midgets
I don't think I do.
Oh boy.
But anyway, so here's all the. There we go. Okay, so here's all the names. Very happy to announce that we did raise $1,665 for the UVA, their efforts and upcoming rallies. Here is everybody who entered. Obviously, they have one, if they entered more than once, or if they put in $20, they got 4 entries in the raffle. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to take this and I'm going to copy all of these names just like this. Okay,
just
so
a second,
name.
Before you do that, just a second.
And I'm going to go.
Just a second.
What?
If there's any shipping god listening right now, please. Let whoever win it be very, very far away. Very far. Can it be in another planet?
Don't wish that on me.
Can it be in another planet, please? I'm just kidding.
Don't wish that on me. Why you gotta be an asshole? Really? Why? Why do you have to be that way? I'm really, really hoping. Because well, I'll tell you why I'm hoping this later on. But so let's go ahead and paste all these names in here. All right, and I'll be able to check right away. Let me take your title off the screen here real quick. It'll come up. It'll be high enough. So I'm not going to do that nonsense that Dimitri did, where he randomized it 3 times. Random is random, even if these names are together. Random is random. So should we do it? Should we click randomize and see who won?
It's your show, buddy. I'm just here for the ride.
All right. So for the UVA raffle, thank you everybody who entered and who who supported this raffle. Convert a smoker, make a friend. Let's see who won. Good luck, everybody. The winner is, he clicks randomize, and it's Scott X's. Scott X's, you are the big wiener. My door is open, so it's probably echoing even more. Now here's what I'm going to do.
How do you spell X's?
So I'm going to go back to
How do you
this.
spell
And now I'm
excess?
going to look. I'm going to look and see.
How do you spell the last name?
EXAS, I think it was.
EXAS?
Hold on. Let me go look. Scott, SCOTT, EXAS. EXAS.
It looks like Yorktown, Virginia. Damn it.
Really? Hold on. I'm looking. How can you tell?
I found him on Facebook.
Oh, really?
Nice guy, though. Looks a nice guy. Looks very happy with his wife and his profile picture.
Find Exus. Here it is. Scott Exus. He is from. It was totally fair. You saw the random. Yep, Yorktown, Virginia. Ha ha ha. Ha ha.
You can actually drive that there. You don't have to ship it.
Yeah. But here's the good news. Okay, since he is in the United States, and it's not going to cost as much for shipping as I feared that it would. I'm going to go ahead and bump this to an even 2,000. Okay.
Oh, that's nice
for the UVA.
Fantastic.
So that's what I'm going to do.
2,000 and then 1,500. We got $3,500 for him. I think that's
$3,500 from us.
That's pretty
good. Look at us, huh?
That's good. So thank you for doing that. That's really nice of you. And thanks to the guys that are organizing all this stuff.
Yep. And congratulations to Scott. In this case, I will get a hold of you. But if you see this and you're really, really excited, get a hold of me too.
I see some comments in the chat. I'm not going to comment because I don't want to open up a drama during this joyous celebration broadcast that we're having tonight. But maybe next Tuesday night, if you want to talk drama, you can come on. What we're calling right now live with Phil and Demi. The name is obviously fluid. It will change. But you can come next Tuesday. That show, we can talk about anything that you want. Absolutely. Anything that you want.
Can we talk about like favorite porn stuff like
that? Absolutely. Maybe I'll invite Jay next Tuesday. Jay Hayes. Because I think it's only fair. We had 2 Greeks on last Tuesday. I think it's only fair we have 2 Guidos on next Tuesday. I think
that would be a drama filled show. Well, I don't know. Like I've never really had a problem with him.
I haven't had a problem with Jay either.
As a matter of fact, like the first time I met him was at a show, and it was kind of cool because he's kind of a Jersey boy, like I was.
Kinda.
Right? So we started talking about.
He got stuck though. You evolved. He got stuck.
Yeah. We started talking about music, and I come to find out that he likes freestyle. Like I like freestyle, right?
Yeah.
And I have online. I have an old freestyle mix that I did, and I gave him the link for it. So
I was listening this morning in bed. I woke up with my wife. I was listening to Frankie Cutlass. He was doing a live Facebook. He's a big freestyle DJ.
Oh, who?
Frankie Cutlass.
Oh, cool.
He's about your age. Back in the day.
They
literally had to hand crank the LPs back then. It wasn't even on. It was called the Slow Technics MK2s.
Fucking idiot you are. They just did something in the neighborhood on Sunday. They had a canal party, right? And everybody came out on their docks, and they were all like singing karaoke. So they were social distancing, right? They were all apart, but they were like playing music, and they were doing karaoke.
You should do that.
It was kind of cute.
You should get on the back of your boat and DJ.
I tell you what, if I had the gear that I had back then,
just have it shipped to you. It's not a big deal. Just have it shipped to you.
No, I don't have any of my big sound reinforcement stuff.
Oh. Okay. All right. What are we vaping on? The usual. We're very boring vapors.
I have something kind of neat. Well, I am vaping. This I'm telling you, like, even though it's big and I'm not a huge like big device fan, I can't tell you how many times that came in handy.
Yeah.
I that's why I use it. Today I've used the flashlight twice on this.
Yeah.
Call it gimmicky if you want, but it's helpful.
Yeah.
And I like the capacity. I like the battery and the Zenith Pro capacity. Like I know if this is all full and charged, I'm like pretty much good for the day.
Yeah.
Or maybe a little bit less with e-liquid. I got my Proton Mini with my Zli tank. But this is interesting, and I'm probably going to do just like a show and tell video. That's the Duke 2.
Oh, that looks nice.
Isn't that nice? Vicious Ant.
where's
I've always
the
liked
button?
Vicious Ant products.
Yeah, where's the button?
It's there.
On top?
Yeah.
That's good placement. Is it clicky?
You know, and there's something about the button. Very, very few times have I pushed the button and I was like, oh, that feels really, really good, right? And one time was without a doubt the Titanite. The first time I pushed the Titanite button, I was blown away. But this one, there's something about the button, the feel, and the sound that it makes that I really, really dig.
Yeah.
Right. There's a couple of things that I don't like about it too, but that's me. So I'll probably do a show and tell this week. What?
You're a little bit anal too.
A little bit. Oh, you know what else I'm going to do? I thought this would be a really fun video. You know the when you go to my YouTube page, I think if you're somebody new who goes to my YouTube page for years now, there has been the introduction to e-cigarette tech video that I have on there. I can't remember how many years ago that I produced that video, but I thought it would be fun. I thought it would be fun to talk to myself in a whole video, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play parts of that video, and then I'm going to come back to Phil of today, listening to Phil of yesterday, and kind of update the information.
It's kind of like a reaction video.
Yeah,
I get it.
I thought that's
what all the kids are doing.
What's that?
That's what all the kids are doing.
Is that okay? Well, I'm a big kid at heart.
Question from Kevin Crowley: is Demi wearing pants? Absolutely not, my friend. Absolutely not. Nope. I
got my bathing suit on.
Full boxers. We love you too, buddy. And keep the pressure on the Surgeon General on Twitter. We're doing a great job. We're doing God's work, my friend. We're doing true public health. That's exactly.
Did you see what I put? Like I don't
There's
tweet nearly as much as you do.
There's these New York cotton mixed wicking materials like wood pulp and bamboo fibers and seldom clothes. Do they exist loose for rebuildables at all? I have not seen wood pulp or a mixture of the two, but keep in mind that the reason why you're seeing it just purely technical. The reason why you're seeing it in pre-made coils is because they can layer it. It's not actually mixed together. So it's a layer of cotton, then a layer of wood pulp, and a layer of cotton, or layer of cotton on the inside, and then layer of pulp on the outside. So you can do that in a pre-made coil that goes into a shell afterwards, and it keeps it in place. It's not loosely mixed together and then wrapped around the coil. So I have not seen that loose as material. But to be honest with you, the flavor difference, like there's some wood pulp inside the 1.2 ohm material, the 1.2 ohm coil that we released. It's slightly better flavor. But to me, like the average vapor, like you have to be like vaping for 10 years to be able to notice the difference, in my opinion. And we make them. So it's not like I'm trying to sell them or not sell them. I'm just being completely honest to you as we always are. The flavor for your average vapor is not going to be able to tell the difference. People like my wife that use the 0.8 ohm coil or the 1.6 ohm coil exclusively. When I gave her the 1.2 ohm, she vapes one flavor all the time. Doesn't change. She'll vape it 5-6 years. She noticed a slight flavor improvement, but was it enough for her to say, "Oh, I'm never going to use any other coil"? No.
Right.
So I think that there is a little bit of a hype marketing type thing, and it's kind of like we've done everything. What else can we do, right? Which the Chinese manufacturers do quite often to try to build hype for new products and sell new products. Because really, everything that can be done with cotton and wire has been done, as Phil has said multiple times.
Yeah, I still got a couple ideas that I'm trying to.
It'll be next year.
Yeah, I know.
Duke number 2 is competing with Vupupu.
Speaking of next year, you see what I have on top of that?
Yeah. Yeah, me too. So you guys are not boring. I'm vaping my setup that was recommended by Phil since 2013. K-Fun and Provari P3 still running, ain't changing. Ain't nothing wrong with that setup. And listen, a lot of people are going to have to start using some older products if we don't see anything new coming up from China. There's absolutely nothing wrong. If I had the P3 and the K-Fun right now, I'd be happy. I'd be vaping happy.
Completely satisfied.
I wouldn't have any issues. Hey, Mr. Nick Orlando. What's my favorite device? Currently, the Proton Mini. I have to say it. I'm using the Chroma R now because I'm charging I just had it on the Proton Mini. The Chroma R, I really, really like it for going out. It's very, very convenient. But when I'm at my desk here, I have 2 Proton Minis going on. I have my sub-ohm setup, and then I have my MTL setup, which you can see I'm charging right now.
Fucking cloud chasing.
Oh, speaking of cloud chasing, I don't want to hear your shit about cloud chasing because we were looking at some of the older videos for the show tonight, and I found this gem. I don't want to hear your shit about cloud chasing. You didn't know I was going to do this, but
no,
but you're going to
get it. I didn't
know
you're going to do this.
Enjoy this.
Why am I scared?
This gem.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So you don't get it a lot, right? Just hit a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Why am I scared?
See, I'm scared.
There's 0 in here, right?
Yeah. It's hot. It's way too hot. No, it's impossible.
You're right. It's really smooth. I went to a vape like that, and they didn't have crab juice. Okay, they had something called roadkill, which is like 10 times worse than crab juice. And I'm watching this table, and everybody's.
Oh boy, that was good time.
we used to do that. We used to do that at a lot of shows. Like somebody would have like a crazy device that we would never use, and we would ask to use it and just have some fun with it.
I just like a lot.
Back
of this.
when it was fun.
I know. I found this the other day as well too. That was really. It's very, very short, but it's really, really funny.
Hello, everybody, North American viewer. My name is PJ, Peking Monkey, interviewing legendary Pierre Rissaldo. Tell me something, Pierre. How you enjoy the Smoke Tech product?
Smoke Tech?
Yeah, it's so good. I tell you, he robbed the Smoke Tech product. In fact, maybe how you feel about being #1 North American distributor Smoke Tech?
I think it's terrific.
Great idea. See, he robbed it, Jordan. In communist China, you are very popular. People love to watching the video. Tell me, is it hard to work so good?
It's tough.
It's very tough.
Yeah, it's hard.
Very tough.
Thank you, though.
Do you mind if I touching your body?
No, feel free. Yeah. No.
Oh, okay, maybe next time we reporting live from House of Vapor opening. Legendary. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So many good memories, man.
I think out of all of the shops that I have been to, I probably had the most fun at Andre's shops.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Between Richard doing Chenping Wang, and Andre doing you with the Greek Goose hookah. I've never laughed as hard in a shop as I have. By the way, I think I lost a little bit of weight compared to what I looked like back then.
You look good, buddy. You look good. I'm gaining weight, by the way. I mean, like all I do is eating. You know, while you're in quarantine, I'm cooking. Connie's cooking. She made spinach pie the other day. That was delicious. I made bacon wrapped asparagus the other day with beef kebabs, and then last night I made souvlaki. It's just like,
ooh.
All right, let me go through these chats here. Yeah, I miss the good old days.
I'm gonna quarantine myself.
Favorite
in your
device
house.
has nothing to do with vaping. That's true. What would you say? This guys say the defining difference between Proton and Proton Mini. Well, I mean, obviously the battery is internal on the Mini and dual battery 18650s on the Proton. But to me, it's all about how it feels in my hand when I pick it up. And I just like the way that this feels. Like I pick it up, I squeeze it, and I vape, and it's smaller, right? So even with a tank on it, you know, the whole thing, it's got a 3,000 mile battery. It'll last me all day. So to me, it's all about the feel when I pick up a device. That's what defines if I'm going to use the device or not, more than anything else. The only Anakin device I ever purchased was the Pebble. It's a 510. Was absolute crap. Well, sucks. Sorry. Why would my dual pulse be firing on its own? Feel? I mean, that sounds like a chip issue.
What's the device?
Dual pulse.
Could be a switch issue.
Could be a switch
device issue. It could be a a liquid got in there issue. It could be a lot of different.
That's most likely what happens to some of the devices. If it's not sealed really good on the 510, that could be just a manufacturing defect. You should just reach out and see if they're going to replace it for you, because I haven't heard about dual pulses. Like, I haven't heard general chatter, and I usually hear stuff like that when it comes up. I saw a question that was really, really interesting. I missed the old vape team with the amazing vape wheel. Yeah, man, that was good times. That vape wheel was probably, if I go down anything in history of vaping, I think that the vape wheel will probably be in the top 3. That and the color pink.
Pink, yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Demetrius looks 10 times healthier than he did 3 years ago. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I feel really, really good. When's the last time I played volleyball? 2.5, right before the Corona thing started. My league got canceled. My pickup games got canceled every week. It sucks. It sucks. I saw an interesting question, but I can't see it now anymore. Where'd it go? Oh, how are the sales for the Z-Beep? I get the impression it does better in Italy and France than in the, say, UK and the US. Well, our products do very well in Europe. They don't do very well in the US, unfortunately. Right now, if I'm not mistaken, the Beep is on sale for $12 somewhere here in the United States. So if you want to try one out, you can pick it up. Let me just tell you where it is. Somebody posted it the other day in the thing.
Yeah, I saw it the other day.
ejuices.com. ejuices.com. So, yeah, our products in general don't do very well in the United States. There's just no demand. Here, it's either 3 milligram or 50 milligram. It's like that 12 milligram like we see in Europe, because they have the nicotine cap restriction in Europe. Our products do much better in the European markets than they do in the North American market.
Which is sad.
It's sad, but it is what it is. What are you going to do? What else? Oh, by the way, yeah, you can win a Proton Mini if you submit your suggestion for the name of the show that we do every other Tuesday.
That's right.
That's exactly what you're going to get right there. That black one with the Ajax tank. If you submit contests at tasteyourjuice.com, submit the name that you think would be appropriate for the live show that we're going to do every other Tuesday.
Hey, by the way, I just looked at the random.org list that I just did, and if I go back here,
hold on, let me put you on the big screen.
Go ahead to full screen if you can.
Absolutely, I can do that. It's just the press of the button.
Okay, so like the difference between this name right here and this name right here, is probably about $1,000 because of those 2 little dots over his O. That would have cost a lot of money.
I forgot to do that. I had that set up earlier for the winner, and I didn't do it.
What?
The clapping. You didn't hear it?
Oh, I didn't hear it, no.
You didn't hear the clapping? Mm-mm. That's not good. You should be hearing the clapping. You didn't hear it.
I don't hear anything. Oh, I hear that.
You heard that?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, you can hear it. Okay. Just want to make sure you
can. It comes up, and then it like ramps down.
Okay, that's all right. As long as you can hear it, that's all that matters. Why is that not working? Oh, my God. That's pissing me off.
Nicotine is a wonderful substance.
All right, I'll have to fix it. Anyway, so...
Could you imagine if they banned caffeine?
Michael Putman says, I got one of the Pebble 510s, still use it, and love the little guy after reading it. So, you see, it's not for you, it's not for you. I can go on a million things that I love and a million things that I don't love. That's just the way vaping... that's just the way vaping is. You got to find what works for you. All right, we covered it all.
We did.
Anything else?
And what the hell are we going to talk about on the Smoker Show tonight?
Well, I got plenty of stuff too.
Yeah, I know.
A million stuff set up for the Smoker Show tonight.
A million stuff.
I
got a new phone holder for my bike, and I think I'm just going to do a Facebook Live of me taking my bike ride, just so you could like see the scenery.
Is the camera going to be pointing at you or the scenery?
No. Like what I really wanted to do was figure out a way that I could do a live. I could broadcast where I'm driving, but still answer questions. But there's really no way to do that. There's no way for me to see the phone screen and angle it so that they can see the road.
You can put headsets on your head and then call me, and I'll read out the comments that I see in the Facebook Live.
Really?
It's kind of like, it's like a remote.
We're really struggling for entertainment at that point.
Yeah. Have you taken the Mavic out lately, Phil?
Yeah, actually, the guy who I just said that I went fishing with, Chad. Okay, so Chad and Carrie. Carrie is the sister of my friend Chris and Kim. That's Carrie is Kim's sister. Okay, so they're building a house here, and it's like literally they're building it right up the block, maybe 2 blocks up. So what I've been doing is like as the house is getting built, I've been flying the Mavic over there and like taking shots for them, taking video and taking stills and putting it in their Facebook group for the house that they're building. So I've actually been flying it a fair amount. Yeah.
Yeah.
My original Mavic is now officially for sale. I'm using my two Zoom.
Ares 2, limited amount is going to be made at the beginning of the month for Italy and Greece, is my understanding. The problem, guys, is just so you guys understand. Trust me, there's nothing more than what me and Phil want to do is to make sure that you guys get your hand on the Ares 2. We worked really hard for a year on it. The problem is that distributors don't want to launch new product during this crisis. There's not enough demand from the vape shops. So we can't go through a product launch like we would normally do. So we talked about it last night with China. And again, they're trying to get caught up with the coils. We literally have 1 million Z coil back order to get caught up with distributors. Distributors, what they want is, and by the way, there's a surprise coming as well too. I'm not going to announce it today, but we're doing something really, really cool. But the coils are the most important consumable in vaping. So customers that already have the tanks depend on the coils and the liquid to continue to vape. So the number one priority is to get the coil orders caught up and make sure that there's enough coils in the market for the consumers. And then think about new product being launched after end of June and stuff like that. So there will be a limited amount coming out for Italy and for Greece, and then we'll go on from there and see how the listen, it's not up to us, and it's really not up to Inikin as well too. I don't think that this is not an Inikin issue as well. We actually have the raw materials for the Aries at the factory. It's just a matter of, it's a limited staff and they have to prioritize what they put out there. And I agree with them on that. When your customers are demanding coils, that's what you should focus on as well too. This is the best question. This is the best question we have gotten, I think, in the last 2-3 lives that we've done.
Okay.
This question is coming from Piccolo Hector.
Piccolo.
How hard has it been having to be apart from Phil for so long?
That's a really good question.
Piccolo,
and it was directed at you.
Yes.
Because it was how from me. So
yes.
Go ahead and answer that. Okay.
So it's been very, very hard. When you get used to in a groove, right? Like me and Phil have been grooving for the last 5-6 years. Yeah. We work very, very well as a team. We complement each other. We piss off each other like a couple, but we also are there for each other. We have each other's back. We care for each other, and we work very well together. So even when we travel for business, or if we travel for advocacy or activism or whatever we travel, we always try to relay the message amongst the business as well too, of focusing on the smokers, focusing on harm reduction, going back to the basics. It's hard breaking off that groove, right? So I'll see him, we'll travel for 3 or 4 days or a week or 2 weeks, then we go back to our families, and then that it kind of becomes part of you, sort of, right? So I miss him terribly. I really do. That's the answer to that.
I mean, I feel the same way. You have to understand that for I think it was for several years now that we have been traveling a lot, for Inikin to different shows, not only in the States but also overseas. A lot of the different shows overseas. So it is something that you get used to, right? Yeah. He's my partner in this. He always has been. He's talked me off of several cliffs, believe me, and he continues to do that. So that is tough. And if you think about it in a way, my time away and my time traveling too has pretty much, I don't want to say destroyed my review career, but it's put a big dent in it.
Sure.
Okay, it really has. And Dimitri will tell you that. I mean, I don't get the product like I used to anymore because I was just unable to just put out the content that other reviewers do.
Yeah.
Right. Not to mention that every time I say something bad about a product, I don't get products from them anymore.
Yeah.
I can tell you which companies too.
By
but,
the way,
you know,
I just noticed the name.
What?
I pronounced that guy's name wrong.
No.
It's Pico Lecter.
Pico what?
Pico Lecter.
Pico Lecter.
P collector.
P? Oh, Pico Lecter. That's very wow. Very well done. Very well done.
Congratulations, Bill Tarling. You got me, buddy. That was Bill Tarling with a brilliant pun. Pico Lecter. Pico Lecter. Get it?
Very, very funny.
That was funny.
All right.
Let me give him a clap for that.
That's it. I'll go ride my bike now.
All right. We said it all. Congratulations to Scott Axis.
Huh?
Axis? Scott Axis. Let me see if I can tag him. I know you posted it, but I can tag him. I tagged him in your post.
Okay.
So congratulations to Scott Axis for winning the raffle. That's a lot of cool stuff.
And thank you, Scott, for being in the United States. I certainly appreciate that.
Thank yous. We need to thank all the companies that gave product for the raffle, and the Christmas stocking that you do every year, and for the raffle that I did. I want to thank all the companies that gave product for that. And of course, we want to thank every one of you. We know times are tough right now, but just $5 that you donated for this, just to participate in the raffle. Trust me, that money is going to go to good use. The United Vapers Alliance is doing good stuff with organizing these rallies and trying to get people activated. Is what we were talking about earlier. We need to get out in the streets and fight for our right. It's unfair. It's unjust. It's corrupt. It's disgusting that we have to fight to live a healthier life and to be able as rights as citizens to choose the way that we deliver nicotine into our bodies. But that's just the situation that we're in. So everybody that donated both to my raffle and to Phil's raffle, thank you for participating in that. We can't do that without your help as well too. So, and thanks to the guys at UVA.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to mention. Can I mention the companies by name? There's not a lot of them.
Sure.
But there's Reggie. Everybody want to say hello to Reggie? Look up, buddy. Look up. You want to wave to everybody? There you go. Oh, good job.
Reggie's exactly like you. Cranky bastard. That's exactly what he is.
He's not cranky.
He's a cranky bastard. His face is like, leave me alone.
Nah, that's his happy face. Innigan, Joytech, 5 Pawns, Wismec, Lunar Rover, UD, Enovop, IPV, Dovepo, Vupu, Usanisig, Tesla Sigs, Vapefly, Home Slice, Asmodus, H Cigar, Wismec, Vapefly, I think I said them already, Hell's Gate, VGod, Smoke or Smock. I hate calling them Smock, and that's it. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody.
Did you like my new LED light behind me? Like
I do. It's just that one thing. Is it changing color as we go?
It really is not.
Like I can't see because I know it goes like this on the top too.
Yeah. So it has this really cool app.
Yeah.
That you can control. Yeah, it goes up like this and then it cuts across. You can't see it because it's cut off on my camera right now. But I can go. It has all these little different themes that you can choose on how the lights go. So let's say I am going to do this light here, which is the desk, and I can go themes.
And now I have a question. Can it trigger off music?
Yeah. You can.
Why don't you make it trigger off your voice while you're doing the show?
That's a great idea. But I'd have to. Yeah, I probably could do that. See, this is holiday now. It's like moving like holiday lights. Mm-hmm. And then you can go bias lighting, which is like a white, thing. And then there's a soothing. It's like a pink. Pinkish.
We need that. We need the soothing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I love it. I'm
gonna
buy more. I'm just gonna fill my whole house with these lights.
All right.
We said it all.
I will see you tonight.
Thanks everybody for hanging out,
joining us, and hanging out with us.
Don't forget,
stay safe,
9 p.m.
stay healthy.
9 p.m. Eastern tonight.
Stay sane.
Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope. The Smokers Show live.
Yes. Okay.